Hello friends, welcome to Tebel's World Recipes. Today, we're going to go to South America and bring you this delicious dish. We're going to make some Argentinian meat pies, or empanadas. The history behind meat pies, we have to go back to ancient civilizations where they used pastries to preserve meats. Now then, this expands to the Middle East, Asia, Europe, Africa, etc. And then in the modern times, British people would make these meat pies so workers could take their food to the jobs, especially miners. Then Spanish settlers get to Argentina, they teach the people over there how to make these meat pies, and from there Argentina takes over and develops them. Argentina is famous for their meats, and then you combine this with a chimichurri sauce that we're going to make, and it's a match made in heaven. I'm going to show you how to make these meat pies, so let's get cooking. The ingredients for our empanadas dough is 1 pound of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1 cup of water, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. For our filling, 1/4 cup of lard, half a white onion, 1 red bell pepper, 2 pounds of ground meat, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of dried oregano, 2 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of pepper flakes, 1/4 cup of olives. For our chimichurri sauce, 1 bunch of parsley, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 7 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and 1 cup of sunflower oil. First, we're going to start preparing the dough for our empanadas. In a bowl I have my flour, we're going to add our salt, and we're going to mix it. Now we're going to add our melted butter, we're going to add our water and our apple cider vinegar. Using our spatula, we're going to start incorporating until we get a shaggy dough. And once our dough is incorporated, we're going to start working with it with our hands. And we're going to knead until we get a ball. We're going to put our dough ball in a bowl, we're going to cover it, and we're going to let it rest while we prepare the rest. First we're going to chop our onion. We're going to start preparing the filling for our empanadas. Now we're going to chop our red bell pepper. And we're also going to cut it in small cubes. Now we're going to take our olives, and we're also going to chop it in small pieces. In a skillet, I'm going to add our lard and we're going to melt it. Once it's hot, first we're going to start with our onions, and we're going to cook them for a few minutes until they start softening. Then we're going to add our red bell peppers. And we're going to keep on cooking to make a sofrito. Once our onions and peppers are ready, now it's time to add our ground beef. We want to make sure that the beef incorporates, so we're going to break it apart. And once our beef has browned, it's time to add our spices. We're going to start with our oregano, our cumin, our red pepper flakes. These are optional. If you don't like them spicy, you can leave them out. Our black pepper and our salt. And now we're going to incorporate everything. Once all is incorporated, it's time to add our olives. We're going to mix them, and we're going to let everything cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, our meat is ready. We're going to turn off the heat. We're going to cover our pot and leave it to the side to cool down for a little bit. After 20 minutes, we're going to take our dough out. We're going to add a little bit of flour to our surface. And using a rolling pin, we're going to start stretching it. We want our dough to be around 1/8 of an inch thick. And once our dough is nice and flat, we're going to use a cutter and we're going to start making circles, which are going to be the base for our empanadas. Once we have all our discs, we're going to grab our meat and we're going to start filling our empanadas. Once we have the filling in, we're going to close them. We're going to pinch with our fingers around the edge. Make sure everything is sealed properly. And at the end, we're going to start making the classic curls. Then with all our empanadas in a cookie tray, we're going to poke them with a fork to let the steam out when they're in the oven. And we're going to put some melted butter to help them brown. We're going to go into a preheated oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Our meat pies or empanadas are in the oven. And before we prepare our chimichurri sauce, it's a perfect time for you to click on subscribe to our channel. So you don't miss any new videos. Click on the bell to get notifications. Leave us your comments to request any recipe you would like us to make. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget at the end of this video, give us a like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And now, let's finish our empanadas. While our empanadas are in the oven, we're going to prepare our chimichurri. We're going to grab a bunch of parsley, remove the stems, and we need to chop our parsley super fine. Once we have our parsley all chopped, Using a mortar and pestle, I'm going to add our garlic cloves and our salt, and we're going to start making a paste. Grinding everything real well, and we have our garlic and salt paste. We're going to add this paste to our parsley. Then we're going to add our oregano, our red pepper flakes. Chimichurri has a little bit of spiciness. We're going to start incorporating it. Then we're going to add our vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar, but red wine vinegar is really good too. And lastly, we're going to start adding our oil. This is an oil-based sauce. We're going to combine everything, and all the dry ingredients are going to start rehydrating. And this is how our chimichurri looks. Beautiful. After 20 minutes, we're going to take our empanadas out of the oven. And oh man, they're smelling great. Our meat pies or Argentinian empanadas are ready. They're smelling great, and the chimichurri sauce smells fantastic. Let's try them. Cut it in half. Oh, look at that. A little bit of chimichurri. Wow. The meat is very well seasoned. It tastes great. The dough is nice and crunchy. And the chimichurri sauce is out of this world. Gives it that tanginess that it needs. You need to try this recipe, and we'll see you next time.